Good afternoon. I'm Cass Abron from Insurance Advisors. I'm a sales advisor here at IAD. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for attending our webinar. Today, we're going to cover the new AFE platform and benefits. And we will have Will Smith and Brad Brinzelman here to do some training. And most of you are familiar with the AFE platform by selling Delta Dental and most recently the United Concordia. We're going to have the participants be muted. If you have questions, just use the chat feature. And we will go ahead and get started.
All right, thank you, Cass. And my name's Will Smallwood, not Will Smith, so I won't be slapping anybody today on the webinar. That's okay. It's all right. No, today we're going to go over a lot of exciting changes with AFE USA. We've got a lot of cool things that we've been working on for many, many months now. We've been listening to a lot of the feedback a lot of you agents have been giving us with shortcomings with the previous platform, issues, concerns, and just hardships. So I feel like we've done a great job of addressing that, which Brad will show you here in a little bit. But let me first go over a couple of changes that have taken place, if I can find it.
Pressure's on Will.
Yep, it is. There it is. I found it now. So these are the two membership levels that we have. We're going to have two basic levels of standard and enhanced. And with these particular memberships, the one biggest difference is we now have the ability to add a spouse for a discounted rate. So there's no need for, if you have a husband and spouse for whatever reason wants different benefit packages, they do not have to purchase two individual memberships. You can do a member and spouse. And the main reason for that is because of the enhancements that we've done with the membership. First and foremost, the one that most people are going to notice right off the bat is that now with both the standard and the enhanced membership, we've embedded life insurance into the basic membership. So for the standard, it's $10,000 up to age 44. And then it's a reducing term that goes down to $7,000 at age 45, $4,000 at age 56, $3,000 at age 65, $1,500 at 75, and terminates at age 80. So you can sell a member and spouse, and both will get the correct amount of life insurance based on their age. And then we have the enhanced for $49.95 that's going to have $75,000 of life insurance embedded in it as well. And that decreases, at 45 down to 50,000. At 56 down to 30,000. At 60, it drops to 30. At age 65, it drops to 20, 75 to 10, and terminates at age 80. These life insurance policies are offered through MetLife, so they will be embedded in every membership. The one thing I do want to make sure everyone is aware of, the enhanced membership, we're limiting the issue age to age 59. We had to just because it wasn't priced for a senior product. And if we gave you guys a $20,000 guaranteed issue product for $49, you would write a lot of it and might not last very long. So we've limited the ages on that to age 59, but they can keep it obviously well past that age up to age 80. The basic, that can be sold to any age. There is no age restrictions. You can write anyone, and then obviously if they're over the age of 80, the life insurance would not be a factor because the policy wouldn't be in effect. We also added a couple other benefits with this. The first and probably the biggest one to me, working history in the senior market, is the Allstate identity protection, where the client will receive up to $500,000 in ID restoration benefits provided by Allstate Insurance Company. They'll also continue to get the 1-800-MD telemedicine benefit, the Vision VSP, Vision Care benefit that was in the previous membership, the My eWellness, the Navago testing benefit, and then obviously the RX Valet benefits as well. And that's all included for that $12.95 in the standard membership. The enhanced membership that has the $75,000 of life also has the Allstate, the 1-800-MD, the VSP, MyOS. Really the only thing in addition to that is the ACI specialty clinical benefits, which helps, with a lot of different things, legal advice, child care, things like that, that people will have access to for that. The one thing that I did not mention that with both plans, in addition to the life insurance, there's also AD&D built in. On the standard, it's a flat 10,000. It does not reduce based on age until age 80 where it terminates. But on the enhanced, it does mirror what the life insurance death benefit is. So as you can see, it starts at 75,000 and starts working its way down based on the age of the member. So those are the two biggest changes with regards to the membership. There is a small price increase, but obviously with the benefits that they're getting for that extra, $2, I think it's well worth it. It's going to really be a differentiator in the marketplace that you can sell a dental policy or a critical illness or one of the other many products that we're going to have on the platform that all comes with life insurance, so that, if you're comparing apples to apples with a similar product with another carrier, our product's going to not only have the dental insurance, but it'll also have life insurance as well as ID protection, telemedicine, all that built in for basically the same price. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Brad, who's going to go over the really exciting stuff with the platform. We're going to start out with really going over, where you go to log in with a new system, what it looks like, how do you, view your profile, set up your website, view commissions, which I know a lot of people had issues with the previous site. Totally different, which you'll see right off the get-go. And then in addition to that, we're also going to go over at the very end how to recruit agents also. So with no further ado, Mr. Brad Wilmsman, the architect of the technology here at AFE.
Wonderful. Hey, thanks everybody for jumping on the call today. We're definitely excited to kind of show you exactly the new platform and really what we have in store for you. I think you're going to love definitely the new enhancements. There's no question the new enrollment platform is going to be so much easier to navigate and much more intuitive as we're moving forward. So the thing that I want you guys to realize is if you've been on the existing platform, right, you're literally going to just log into the new platform. So we've kept your username and your password the same. So what you're going to do is you're going to go up to your URL and you're going to type in sellafe.com. And when you guys come here, this is what it's going to look like, Sell AFE. The first thing you're going to do is click on that top right-hand button that says Agent Login. And when you press the Agent Login, this is what you're going to see. You're going to take your same username and password that you guys have used before, okay? And as soon as you click that, and by the way, just so everybody knows, we've embedded these CAPTCHA. And guys, I know that nobody likes those things, but it's really for the security and all the things that we're doing on for the platform, for your customer, and really to protect the data. So this is definitely one of those things you guys will have to get used to. But again, all you're going to do is put in your email, your current password, and you're going to press the sign in. When you sign in, this is what you're going to look at. And what we're looking at today is a test. It's a demo account, right? But this is exactly what it's going to look like for you. Now, I'm going to tell you up front, what we've been able to migrate over from the old platform is just your user profile. If you are someone that has downline agents, those downline agents would be inside the system as well. The members that you've sold on the previous platform are going to stay in the previous platform. They are not moved over to the new platform. So guys, just let me tell you up front, if you're getting a check, commission check on a monthly basis, you're going to continue to receive that commission check. And now you will receive a new commission check from us coming through from the new platform. So down the road, we have some plans to migrate the old users into the new platform. But today, guys, as you guys log into the new platform, it is absolutely clean. It will just be your primary information. And we're going to walk you through how to review your profile. We're going to talk about how to set up your website. And then ultimately, how do you begin the sell process? Okay. So that just being said, I just wanted everybody to know when you log in, you're not going to see data from your customers. All you're going to see is your primary information. Or if you do happen to have some agents that you're working with and helping with, they'll be imported as well. Okay. By the way, guys, as we're going through this, if you have questions along the way, please use the chat bar. We'll address those questions as we're going through it. If it's really important that we need to address it, he'll just interrupt me and we'll go from there. All right. So the very first time when you come into the system, you're going to notice this new enhanced dashboard. And really quickly, just from the, I just want to explain kind of the navigation of this, and then we're going to talk about the steps. So the first thing you're going to see is just this dynamic that talks about your direct commission. Again, if you have downline commission, you're going to see the revenue you make from that, your total compensation. This will tell you very quickly up here, the very glance. This little bar right here is the same kind of bar down here, correct? It's going to tell you how many active members you have. I've got 6. Looks like there's 3 sales that were completed from my downline. So now I have a total of 9 sales that I've been able to generate revenue from. You guys can see terminated members, active agents, terminated agents, pending agents, or pending agents that are in a contracting mindset. Okay. The first thing as we scroll down this bar, you're going to notice the sales activity. Guys, what this does is going to walk you through every time you make a sale, it's going to keep track the last 10 sales. So very quickly, you'd be able to look at this, and this should say your name. And for our demo purposes, AFEUSA Test 1 is the agent account, which you guys can see at this top navigation. And here's my client, Jane Doe. And here's this client and demo test. And you guys can see the premium, that's the amount of money that they're paying on a monthly basis, and my specific commission amount. So just a very quick dynamic. And by the way, guys, there's hyperlinks that you can click on the button and it takes me right into Jane Doe's information. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. So that from a high level, that's really what you're looking at. The next thing we want to do is keep track of your all your sales summary of commissions. So all-time commissions, the previous year, this month, and we're going to go into this last month, I should say, this month, last week, this week, yesterday, today. So we've given you guys a broad stroke of all the revenue streams that you're making on a consistent basis. You'll also be able to look at your sales funnel. This will be a rolling 31 days. And really quick, you can see the blue marks a direct sale. The pink color marks a downline sell. And if I hover over this, it's going to tell you on 3/21, looks like I made $34.48 specifically from my personal sales. And it looks like my downline, my team, looks like I made $8.52 from an override. Okay, you guys can see it all up here. The next thing is what we wanted to do is give you guys an all-time snapshot of all your revenue streams. So where does all your money come from? Does it come from the memberships? Does it come from the dental? And you guys can kind of see this entire stream of where all your revenue is coming from. And if I was to look at this, it's going to tell me very quickly what is my commission on that specific product. Okay, and you guys could quickly look at this and go, hey, it looks like 60% of my revenue is coming from standard dental. That's just a snapshot of what we're really trying to do, is give you guys a bigger idea of where your business is at all times as you log in. Now, the very first thing I want everybody to do when you log into the new portal, again, www.sellafe.com, that top right-hand corner is agent login. The very first thing you're going to do is you're going to come down to this profile that says profile down here on the left-hand navigation. And the very first thing I want you guys to do is to come into the profile and review the information that we took from the old site to the new site. Okay, that's the first thing I really want you guys to be able to do. So we want to make sure we have the right first name, the right last name, your cell phone number, the correct address, email, all that information. Again, guys, if you want to change your password, this is how you do it. Okay. We also want to look at your company profile. So for those of you that have, if you're an independent agent and you have your, your sole proprietor, so to speak, that my profile and the company profile should match for the most part. If you've set up yourself as an individual, but I've set up my business and I want my business to be reflected, this is where you'd fill that information out. Again, as I look at this, this is going to walk you guys through my compensation structure. So when I click on my profile, my company profile takes me a quick glance of the different products that I'm selling through AFE. The other thing I want you to do is go through your payment. And you guys will notice your payment is set up where there is a password protection. And what you're going to do is log in here because we want to make sure that the information migrated over correctly. You're going to unlock this information. And what this is going to do is just fill out, I just want to make sure you guys have the right information. So we have, hey, where are we going to send that W-9 to you guys at the end of the year? So your legal name, was this an individual account? Was it a trust? Was it LLC we're paying? Again, your social security number. Again, your bank information. Where are we going to send you the money for commissions? That's really important. So if it's not matching, I want you guys to fill out with new information and just update your profile information. Okay. Again, your licenses, same concept. That's all been migrated as well. I'm not going to open that up, but all you need to do is log in, put in your username and password, and review that information as well. Okay. So pretty straightforward. We just want to make sure as you start off, we have the right information for you. Okay. The next thing that we want to do is, so once we have this information set up, all your prospects, you're not going to have prospect members, you're not going to have members. Those of you that do have agents, I want you to just quickly look at your contracted agents and go, oh, looks like I've got these 3 people in here from a testing, from a standpoint that are inside our system. Okay. And there's more features, and we're going to show you that in a little bit. The next thing that we want you to do after you've set up your profile, confirm the information, I want you guys to go to your website. Okay. Now, this is a demo account, so we've created a bunch of different accounts here, but what you're going to look at is we're actually going to click this button. This should all be blank for you guys. You're going to click the button, and the first thing you're going to see is this entire structure of reviewing all the information that we've set up here. So what you're going to end up doing is coming in here, and what I would suggest, guys, this is internal dynamics where you guys could basically create multiple websites. So let's say I had a website, I just want to focus on, just UCD, and I don't want them to see a different structure. Or as Will's going to talk about, we're going to be releasing some new products the following weeks. And you can set up different websites, or if you had a relationship with a specific group like a church or something and said, hey, they want to market the products, you could set up a website for them. So lots of different things that you can do. But I would just come over here and I'd sit there and say, hey, this is my selling website. I would recommend, guys, a lot of you, just to put your first name, first initial, last initial inside of this. Okay. What is my name I want to display on the account? So I want to display, demo test. Okay. I want to put my email in, demo test, 5, all right, 3. And I want to set that up, ABC company. And then basically the phone number. Now, the one thing I want to encourage you guys on the phone number, this is an open field. Many of you guys like to do things different. So we didn't want to force, for example, we did not want to force a specific format. So again, you guys could come here. I like to do my numbers like this, and I want to do it like this. And I've got an extension, okay, 10. Again, whatever you put on there is what we're going to display from the website. Okay. So again, put the parentheses, put the different dashes. I don't want dashes. We make this an open field for you guys to put whatever information you guys want to put on there. Okay. The next thing is you guys can always come in here and upload your logo. And it's really simple. I'd pull up my logo. I would attach it. Pretty straightforward, guys. How that's done, it's a PDF. We'll tell you that. And then the next thing you're going to see here is really the website products. And for most of you guys, the memberships are always going to be hard-coded, period. All right. You can't take the memberships off. So the memberships are always checked off. And then what you guys are going to see down here is I come down to United Concordia. Again, you're going to see different coding dynamics based upon specific age ranges or different things like that. And so just what I would tell you guys is just always come down here, click the bottom one to make sure you're getting all the states selected. Same thing with standard dental, I would choose, and I'm now going to save my website. Okay. So now my website is live, and guys, that's how easy it is. If I need to come back and change this, guys, it's really simple. These are all the websites. You know what? I want to get rid of this one. I want to disable that website. I'm not going to use that anymore. What I'd like to be able to do is edit that website again. No problem. I can go back and edit, hit the back button. This one right here, I want to test from the agency, and all you guys would do is click the URL, and now I can pull up a new web browser, and specifically I can go right into and test and see that exact situation. I can press the visit website, and that's going to pull up the link, and I can test that right away. Okay, so again, lots of different things that you guys can do just to control the websites from this specific dynamic. Will, is there any questions that came up really quick that I can address?
No, the only thing is if you did not get set up, 'cause I know some of you are from the very, very beginning and might have stayed on the E123 platform. If you never did register on the platform we've been using for the last several months, you will need to recontract. So just contact Cass and the folks over at IAD, and they can get you set up accordingly for that. If you were on the old program or the old platform that we were using as of this morning, really, then you can just log in using the same login information that you have. If you've contracted since March, I believe it was 18th, then you might have to re-register in the system. But if you were contracted prior to March 18th, you should be good to go.
Perfect. So guys, really quick, we're back here. I wanted to pull up this website, and again, I'm kind of doing some navigation. This all works when in your real website when you guys set up everything. So again, here's all the different information that you guys are seeing. I chose this agency logo, okay? And ultimately what I'm doing right now, guys, is I just want to go pull up my website. And by the way, guys, this is a new website. And so everything is new in regards to the entire system. So I'm going to spend a couple minutes working through this a little bit, and then I'm going to come back to the member portal. But again, the one thing I want you guys to always look at is here's that information up here, my phone number, my email, my logo, or it'll be the standard AFE logo that would be embedded in there. Again, on your website, it will be joinafe.com. That's the new tier, joinafe.com/agency/your name, just like what we have right here, guys, inside of that structure. Okay, so it's kind of very much the same way as the other platform worked, okay, to make sure we're crediting that cell directly to you. And then ultimately, guys, just a quick overview of the website, different products that you guys are seeing, all the different structures inside of this.
And real quick,
yeah,
Brad, the one thing that I know we got a lot of feedback from was, how do we access the association benefits? What do they cover? Things like that. I really feel like we've done a good job of expanding that and explaining that on this new system, where he was just showing down below where we are right now, where it shows exactly what benefits come built into the association. That way the clients don't think, why am I having to spend this $12.95 to get the dental insurance? I really just want the dental insurance. This kind of will help you sell and justify the reason for that cost.
Awesome. So guys, as you really think through this, we're going to pull up a zip code. All right. By the way, the different tabs that you guys would see up here, the different products. Again, one of the things I know that was frustrating the old site is when I would go to the product tabs and I wanted to do a little bit more research, what I would end up doing, correct, is I pull that information up, but it was generic based upon, I don't know if our state was approved for this or not. So when this person puts their information in, we're going to tell them exactly their age. We're going to tell them what state, and we're only going to display the products that they have available. So guys, if I'm here and I want to learn more about United Concordia, here's all the information. I can find my dentist, talks about the no waiting periods, all the different structures that are here inside of this. So we've done a lot better job of trying to help you and your clients navigate the website to learn more about those different structures and how the plans are set up. So let's jump back here. I'm going to run a quote. I'm going to do a quick little search here. And again, the plan is going to pull up everything inside the system. Now, as you guys scroll through the navigation, you're going to see the two little memberships are in red. Okay. And realistically, the system will not allow you to move forward. Hey, I just can't come here and buy the United Concordia. The system's going to stop you and says, hey, you got to buy one of these memberships. So guys, very quickly, as I look through the membership here, my information, again, I'm 33 in this example, so that means I'm getting $10,000 of life insurance. I'm getting $10,000 of AD&D. We talk about the different dynamics information, and you guys can see as I scroll down to learn about the plans, I can buy this as an individual, okay, or an individual plus spouse. So if I chose this as an individual, I would choose this plan just like this, and you guys are going to see a lot more data today. And this is one of the things our agents have really asked us to create, is more details for their customers. So as you guys look at this, here's the plan details, all the information. We talked about the 800 MD, the Allstate, RX Valet, Vision, all of that information is built inside. We have a bunch of highlights, so different things we want to call out about the products, okay? We have any specific disclosures that the carrier requires us, or ultimately the FAQs. So this gets into a lot of the information. Hey, what happens? Can I use my bank account information? What's my statement going to say? All that information is right there. So guys, I'd select that payment. As you guys see that I selected it, now my cart shows up here. And now my cart is $12.95, okay? Again, I can open that plan back up, okay? I can delete it from here, not a problem. Once I delete it, I can add it back in, and there we have it, okay? Now I wanna go down and purchase the United Concordia, same structure. Here's the plans for United Concordia. So that now I can buy this as an individual plus one, and I'm going to specifically choose the individual with plus one to give you guys an idea, because I know we had some problems on the old site, whether that individual plus one was, hey, it's a spouse or a kid. We're going to show you how that's done as we move forward. So I want to choose the gold plan. Again, all the information here, the highlights, disclosures, FAQs about the plan. So a lot of information about the dental insurance. Find the provider. So here's the link that launches you right through the system. Again, if you want to download the document that gives the certificate, gives you all the exclusions, you can download the document really quickly from here. And now I have all that information that would help your client make a better decision. Okay, so I'm going to select the plan just like this. It's now added. I've got my continued enrollment right here. I can click down here, or simply I can move on to step 2. If I try to move step 3, it's going to make me stop here, and I'm going to have to come in and basically fill out my information. Test, my social security number, all right, and I'm going to choose this address right here. And by the way, guys, one thing we've added on this is an address validator. So we've had too many problems with we're putting the wrong information or it doesn't work. So guys, if you we're just going to ask that this will stop you along the way if it's not the right address. It's going to let you know that we've got a problem. Okay, so that's done intentionally. Dale, all right. I'm going to put in my mobile phone, my cell phone number here, right? My marital status. So I'm married. And now we're going to ask about your dependents. Remember, I chose the United Concordia, the member plus one. I don't know which plan. I don't know if I'm adding a kid or a spouse. So this makes it really simple. I'm going to add the spouse to the system. Okay. I'm going to fill out my information here, male, and I'm going to press the dependent here. And it's going to say, hey, Brad, put in a date of birth. All right. Jenny. All right. And we're going to add them to the cart. And you guys can see that. Again, if I need to delete Jenny, if I need to come back here and edit, I can do the same thing. The kid's going to stay right there just for the sake of it. But again, you'll see here in a little bit as we move forward. Now I'm going to come here. I'm going to create a username, my email. So this is demo test. And now I'm going to create my password. Now, guys, as I put a valid email address in, I get the green bar. Now I'm going to come over here, start filling this out. It now starts telling me more information. So we did this intentionally so that everybody can get a really good username and password. Now I'm going to move forward. Guys, this is the big one. We hope you love this. So I know many of you during open enrollment, you're meeting with your clients and you're talking about dental insurance, you're talking about other plans, but you would like them to start the first part of the following year. And so now, as you guys take an enrollment, I can literally choose up to, basically 3 months out. Okay. So as you guys look at this, today is the 12th. I can literally come into the system. Today is the 5/1 is the earliest I'm going to be able to enroll this person. But I would like to start all the plans on 6/1. Perfect. Not a problem. I like him to start on 7/1. We can do the same thing. What's going to happen if I chose 7/1? I'm going to charge them today. And then my next payment would be 7/15 the fall, in July. So we're going to do a post date out the next time we bill them. So now here's my information, my standard membership $12.95. Here's my United Concordia. I've got my primary member. And now the system says, hey, which family member would you like to add to this plan? Well, I want to definitely make sure I add Jenny to that. So now I've got both people added. I'm going to move to my payment screen. And as you guys see here, this is the shopping cart. Here's my effective date. I'm going to come in and choose the different check boxes to sign off. And my United Concordia is already built inside of it. And it's going to tell you guys, we're going to charge them $114.94 today. This is what's going to show up on their billing statement, so their credit card, their bank account. And now I'm going to fill out their debit credit card information right here. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put in my information just like this. This is a fake account. I'm going to copy the primary information. They're going to sign off, guys, that they're authorizing the account for Dylan to charge them. Here's the $114.95. Hey, do you want to opt into our texting dynamic? This is something we'll be adding in the next couple months. I'm going to sign off that I'm not a robot and I'm going to buy. So guys, no longer the days of that rolling circle that just sits there, the circle of death. Yeah.
No circle of death.
So as you guys can see, here it is. I'm now logged in. This is it. My customer is going to get an email receipt. You're actually going to receive the same blind copy receipt for yourself. And now you are enrolled.
And one thing I'd like to point out, because I know this is going to come up at some point, is that when Brad did this, he signed up for an individual membership, but still purchased a member plus one insurance plan. So just because you choose individual doesn't limit you to only individual insurance plans. And just because you choose a member plus spouse doesn't restrict you to having to buy a member plus spouse insurance plan. So you have the flexibility there to go back and forth.
Now, here's what I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to actually show you what your customer sees. This is actually good for everybody to know, because I think, again, dental cards, how do we access? So again, as you guys saw, the person is going to get this information. Let me just log in here real quick. 1 second here, guys. And let me just do this just so everybody sees this. Okay. I'm going to come up here. And now here's my email, correct? So welcome to AFE. Here's my plan I purchased, the $12.95, $10.91, all that information is right there. Again, we're going to tell them, hey, go to your member portal. Here's the last 4 digits of your password. And again, you guys are going to get the same receipt. By the way, it's going to tell you, hey, contact your agent if you got any questions. So it's all right there in front of you. Now, what that member is going to be able to do is when they're going to be able to go to their member portal. Okay. And this is, guys, we revamped the entire member portal to make this a lot more user-friendly for everybody. Now, this is a plan I used from a demo earlier, and I just want you guys to see, here's the membership, the critical illness, some of the different plans. And I don't have Delta Dental. I don't have UCD on there, guys. Killing myself here. All right. Let's do this really quick. I'm going to do this again, and I'm going to show you guys. I'm not going to show you guys. So you guys can just plan with me here. As you go through this whole process, guys, and seeing the plans, what you're going to do is you're going to actually go to, United Concordia Standard, and there's a button here that says print ID card. So that button will show up that you're going to print the ID card, and that's will pull up the PDF. You can download it, print it off, do whatever you need to do, but that's available for your customer every single time. They'll be able to pull that data right from the beginning. The thing I want you guys to see here as we're going through this, here's the new membership. By the way, let's go back here. Let's pull up my information. In this example, all that information, guys, your customer is going to have it. Hey, when did they update their card? All right, so the card was purchased with this specific card ending in the last 4 digits. This is going to carry, this plan covers who are the people for that plan: primary, the spouse, the dependent child. I've got the ability to download all the forms. And again, all that information that they saw on the enrollment side, they can literally come here and access, and they can find the FAQs, they can find the providers, all of that's organized in a more seamless integration, okay? The other thing that's really important, I know many of you guys have struggled, hey, I bought the plan and now how do I use the 800 MD, or how do I use all the benefits? So guys, once their plan becomes effective, okay, these benefits will unlock, okay? And when I get to 800 MD, and this is what's available, here's all the information about 800 MD. We have all the FAQs, answers questions about what this plan does. And then ultimately, guys, here's all the information to access your account. So all of the information is organized today, much easier than having a PDF that you had to figure out, right? All of it's loaded right here inside the system. Here's about Navigo Health, how to use it. All of that is built right inside the system, okay? So that's a big part. We wanted to make sure this was really, really clear for your customers. Again, they can review their products. They can change their password. They can look at their past billing. I know many of you guys have asked them, hey, my client's like, hey, I don't remember how much. No problem. You can go in there and download this from inside the system, just like you're seeing the plans. I want to be able to update their billing information. How many times does your customer call you and say, hey, I need to update my information? Hey, customer, you can log into your member portal. Most of the time, they're going to ask you guys to do that. So as you guys log in and impersonate the customer, and we'll show you what that looks like, you guys can come in, put a new credit card, new bank account, all that information could be added right inside the system, okay? So part of that, I just want to give everybody a quick overview of the member portal. Again, we're going to go back to the desktop here and show you guys, but we're actually finishing up all of our training videos. So very quickly, I believe on Thursday, Friday of this week, we'll actually have all the new training videos from every step of the process: how to set up your websites, how to update your profile, how to manage customers. All of that data, guys, will be in videos. We will also have all of the PDFs for every product. By the way, all the PDFs were redone. So if you've been using the old products, you're going to get rid of those, download the new PDFs that has all the new current information inside of those. From that standpoint, the other tab that's coming is our support tab. I know many of you guys at times have been stuck, like, hey, I got a problem, I got an issue. What do I do? Where do I go? This is literally going to walk you through every step, every carrier that we have, every customer service support. All that information will be available for you guys right here inside that support tab. So Thursday, Friday, those 2 tabs will open up with all the critical information that's inside. Now, really quickly, guys, how do I invite a customer, right? So this is really simple. I can invite a new customer really quickly. And this is ultimately how I do it. So I can literally, if I want the system to send out the generated email, this is what I would do. And many of you guys have used this, right? So I've taken my information, put in the customer's email, AOL.com, all right? And the thing you'll see here, guys, it'll pull up the different websites that you've created, all right? So, hey, if I've used multiple websites, well, where do you want to where do you want this customer to sign up for, right? Well, I want them to sign up on that last one called B. Renzelman 88. Perfect. By the way, guys, if you'd like a copy of that, that's all you're going to do, and you'll get a copy of that email. Okay. So I can send that email right over. Once that happens, hey, my customer never got the email. All you guys got to do is come over here and press this resend button, and it'll resend them again. Okay. So all of that's really straightforward from that end. Again, one of the things that we're going to manage here inside of this is how do I manage my customers? So just really quick, everybody can kind of see here. Here's all these test members. Again, you can look at my sales, my direct sales, all sales, direct, or your downline if you have downline. But if I wanted to come here, here's all the information. Guys, one of the things we listen to you, we've got an export feature. So all you guys got to do is export the CSV, and you have full access to all your customer data from that end, okay? But I want to pull up this member really quick. As you guys can see, this provides a quick snapshot, okay? So right here is all the first member I'm pulling up, correct? And you can see all the other members. So we embed the snapshot that's available inside of this. And again, this is going to tell you very quickly, guys, this person paid $138. There's 3 products purchased. I made $13.84. Okay. In fact, what I want to do is I want to open up the member. Okay. So you guys can open up the member. Again, the same snapshot we saw, right? My information here is the products that they purchased. And you guys will be able to literally update the client information because maybe you fat fingered their date of birth or the last name. You'll be able to do that, okay? You'll be able to, and by the way, when you make changes, guys, we're gonna ask you to testify that you're making changes on behalf of the client, okay? The plan is really simple. It's gonna come over here and talk about the 3 different plans. So I bought the membership, United Concordia, and I bought Standard Dental. Again, this was a demo account, all right? But let's pull up the information, and you guys can see here really quick. Here's the plan, all the details that are inside of it, okay? From that standpoint, this is all individual. If there was a family or dependents, it would list the dependents right underneath here, all right? So everything's organized from that perspective. You guys can see the billing information. Here's the different billing transactions. We want to make sure that, hey, they were charged $60. Here's the hierarchy. This would just show you guys notes, and then ultimately activity that happens with your client. Has anybody ever got to that point where your customer said, hey, I never got that welcome email or test receipt? Well, guys, I could come over here and I can grab that little icon that says the email. And now you guys can pull this information up. Here's that email that was sent to your customer, but guess what? You can just press the button to resend email to the member. Perfect. Or you can also add yourself in here, okay? And the system will email you as well as we resend that to the member. So if they get stuck, this is a great way for you guys to be able to get that email right back into your hands and right to your customer. So all of that, guys, to say is that's a little bit of the overview of the member side of this from there. Now, here's the one thing I tell you. I think this makes this a lot easier for you guys to manage. Your member ID is always front and center, okay? From that perspective. The next thing I want to walk you through is the commission tab. And guys, we've done a lot of different work to give you guys all the different controls, but this is going to be able to give you guys an idea of, hey, I want to look at sales for the last 30 days or just this month. You guys can click on that. It's going to say, hey, I want to just bring all my commissions, my own commissions. If I've got downline, okay. I want to see new sales. I want to see my recurring to make sure the recurring's working. I want to see if there's any refunds take place. I can look at specific sales, like on a macro level that says, hey, it looks like I've had 5 sales, or I can base this based upon products, meaning I want to see how many products, you know, when Will bought, he bought 3 products, and when Cass bought, she bought 6 products. So this will break it down from there, but I can ultimately pull this up, and you guys, you'll see here really quickly. Here is my direct commission, $100. There's 0 refunds. This is what I'm getting paid. Okay. And you can customize the detail of the reports. Here's again, the member ID, their first name. You'll notice that until the system pays out, which pays out on the 15th of each month, guys, these commissions will say unpaid. Once you're paid on it, this will change to paid. The monthly dues, again, your commissions, and this is going to tell you the type of recurring. So imagine this was a sign-up commission. I just got this person in, so that was a sign-up sell. Perfect. As they're on the plan and they're paying monthly, you'll see, recurring 1, recurring 5, recurring 10, and that's signifying the number of months that they're active inside the program. So guys, a lot of those type of details, again, you guys can always export to the CSV to grab that data. So lots of different things, guys, that'll give you more reporting tools. We've got a host of other reports coming over the next 60 days for you as well, but just wanted to give you guys the quick rundown of the different things that are available for you. Any questions on that, Will?
No, the biggest question is how, is there a way for them to easily access the older business that's not getting moved over?
There is, guys. So really quick, there's going to be a tab right up here. This will be coming out here in about 2 weeks, probably May 1st. We're going to have a little button up here that says old platform, and you'll be able to click the button, guys, and we're going to pull your old platform where you just launch right into the old platform. And so you can easily manage it from this portal. So that's being developed right now. We're probably a couple of weeks from releasing that, but we're going to make this where you just come right into this system and you'll be able to. So once that feature is done, guys, we'll be sending communication, but you'll be able to just click on your dashboard. It'll say old platform, click on it, and it's going to launch into the old platform, and you don't have to remember the username passwords because it's all tied in.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I want everyone to understand that that's something that we've worked tirelessly to try to figure out a way to do it. Unfortunately, the way the TPAs were set up, it's practically impossible to move that book of business because they stored all the payment information and they would not give us that information to be able to make the transition and be able to charge the cards reoccurring on the new payment system. So unfortunately, it's not, if you're dead set that you want everything in one location, like I put in the chat box, I mean, really the only option you have is to re-enroll them into this. We will allow you to do that as long as it's into the same product that they're currently in. And the good news is they would get the enhanced membership benefits as well by doing so. So if you've got some older business that you think might benefit from having the life or the ID protection or something like that, it might be worth a couple of extra bucks to go in and do that and then have them on the new platform.
Yeah. And guys, if you're thinking about that, please reach out to us. We want to make sure we walk through that the right way and make sure we don't have any double billing and things like that for your customer. Right. So there's a process we're going to be developing on that. So I would just encourage you, hold tight for the next, until May, and we'll have a better defined process. We just don't want there to be that weird, awkward where the customers bill twice during the same time and have to wait for a refund. So just hang tight on that till May, until that's ready. Other than that, guys, it's, I think that once you guys get in here and start playing around with it, it's really, really simple from there. Again, if I am in that process, kind of the last part, hey, if you've got you're a person who has other agents that you work with, again, if they're already on the system, they're going to be migrated over. So no issues there. But if I was to go out and invite a new agent, I would literally come in here, guys, fill out their information just like this. I would, fill out if they're a licensed agent. Hey, are they a licensed only agent? Are they a non-licensed entity? We got a couple new features and enhancements from there. And then ultimately, guys, this is just going to come over here and you would choose the products that you're going to sell them. Okay. That you want them to contract. This is going to tell them your spread or your override. And hey, I want to give this guy 8% from that standpoint. That's a license only. That doesn't work. So the system, here's my drop down. I want to give that person 9%. I want 8%. And you guys do the same thing. Press the button. And now they'll be emailed a specific link. And that's where you drive them right back into the sellafe.com, just like this, actually, www.sellafe.com, and they would fill that information with that hyperlink. So it's all pretty seamless, guys, from that standpoint, where they can list the prospects of the different agents you've recruited, different things of that nature.
And then the one thing I know we had questions early on, there is a way to create invite codes. That's not like a universal invite code where everyone who's appointing direct to IAD would use, and then everyone appointing direct to you would use. It's actually a unique ID code you would create for yourself to send out. And if you want to do a blast email campaign or something and have it where people can just go straight from the email and contract, you could include that code there. Or one enhancement that they did is they created to where that unique invite code actually can be used as a hyperlink URL, similar to the very original platform that I know you guys are familiar with as well, where they can just click on that hyperlink and boom, it takes them straight into the contract.
Yep. So very similar, guys. If you use the old platform, you'll create your code 5, and I would set this up. I'd choose the compensation levels, but what Will's referring to is this URL. So I can now, instead of saying, hey, go to sellafe.com and then put in the code, invite code 5, right? I can literally just create my URL, send in the URL, and now I don't have to worry about any of that. That code is already, they don't have to put an invite. It's already coded directly based upon the contracting parameters you've set up. So lots of cool things, guys, from enhancement. Again, lots of new videos that'll be there on Thursday, Friday for you guys to review. I would definitely encourage you guys, the things that you want training on, spend the 2 to 3 minutes. We've tried to make all those videos 2 to 3 minutes long, and not get you, not to bore you to death, but just really help you with identify those specific issues and circumstances. So other than that, Will, I think, I think we've given a pretty good overview of the platform.
Correct. And just so you know, there are going to be some other announcements. I think Brad referenced earlier. We are releasing some new products next week. We will be doing specific trainings on those. So I'd be looking for Cass and Jason to be sending out some information on that here in the next several days. So wanted to make sure everyone is comfortable with the new system. If you do come into a situation where you feel like it's vague or it doesn't it's not efficient or something to that effect that's hindering your ability to conduct sales, please let us know. I mean, we've been in the weeds of this for months. So what might look easy and normal and easy to understand for us might not be for someone that's coming in for the first time. So feel free to communicate with us and let us know your thoughts. We'd love to do that because we really, we understand that you guys are the lifeblood of the whole organization. And if you guys aren't successful, then obviously none of us will be. So we want to make sure you have the right tools and processes in place to optimize every opportunity you come across. I don't know, Cass, do you have any other questions or anything that you've got on your end?
No, the only thing I want to remind people that we always record all of these webinars. So if you have other staff or downline people that need to hear it, you can direct them to the YouTube after today. So other than that, everyone's going to be automatically transferred as agents into this system. So all you need to do is go to the website and it should be live for you immediately. Is that right, Will?
Correct. I know you have a handful of agents that are still on the old E123 system. If they never registered for the new one, that's one of the notes I put in the chat box. Is just do reach out to the staff there at IAD, and they can send you out an invite to get you set up. But if you're on the system that what we call the HCI system, the one that had the issues with the spinning circle, then yes, you've already been migrated over, so you should be good to go.
Yeah, and Will, probably the other thing, just again, guys, we would encourage you guys to jump in here. This platform is live. We've got sales happening every day right now, so it's been great to see that. Again, the other site's going to be available for the next 30, 45 days. But we would encourage you guys to jump in here, give your clients that extra benefits with the enhanced membership. Will, do you want to talk about the cutoff dynamics on this?
Yeah, so we're looking right now, and that's a great point. I mean, the current system that we're on, I mean, we know it has warts and ugliness about it. And we know you guys have experienced that, especially from a customer service standpoint. We're very limited to what we can do to help you. We almost have to rely on a third party, which is not what you want in these types of scenarios, especially when you got somebody at a dental office looking to get some work done. So we really encourage you guys to move over to the new one. We're going to allow, obviously, a transitional period, probably till the end of May. But we will have a hard stop on the old system, unlike what we did with the original system where we allowed people to continue to do it. So this will have a hard stop probably towards the end of May, 1st of June. And there'll be some communications going out about that. But I really feel like, you know, if you get in here and you see this and explore it, all the headaches and hardships you've been dealing with and unfortunately having to overcome are eliminated, and your excelling experience for both you and the customer will be much more positive. So we definitely encourage you to do that. But any other questions or anything, you know, you have our contact information, or just, you know, communicate with the staff there at Jason's office, and we'll be more than happy to help you guys through this transition. And if you've got a large organization, because I know Jason's got a lot of IMOs that are underneath him as well, and you need something special done for your staff, just reach out and we'll be more than happy to help you.
Mhm.
But with that, I believe we'll conclude the session.
If there are no other questions, we are done, and I want to thank everybody for coming. And look out for more emails in the next couple of weeks for products information.
Right.
Awesome.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thanks, Cass.
Right.
Bye now.
Okay, thank you too for coming.